Good afternoon and Happy New Year, everyone. Today is Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. My name is Vanessa McDonald. I'm the hearing officer for the city, so I'll be conducting this hearing. It's going to be brief, but I do need to read something into the record before jumping into our agenda. The City of Tempe hearing officer is authorized by Arizona Revised Statutes and the City of Tempe Zoning and Development Code. The hearing officer is granted the authority to conduct public hearings to decide upon the abatement of code violations occurring on properties within the city. These violations include deteriorated pools, structures, or landscaping, storage of junk or refuse, and inoperable or unregistered vehicles. Abatement actions are brought before the hearing officer by the city's Code Compliance Division, typically after numerous attempts at contacting the property owner to obtain their voluntary compliance with the code. The hearing officer may issue an order directing the owner, occupant, property manager, or other responsible person to remediate a code violation, or may authorize the city to abate the property to correct the violation. The cost of the abatement is the responsibility of the owner of the property and will be collected as an assessment against the property in violation of the code. On today's agenda, we have just two items, a set of minutes from December 17th, 2024, and one property abatement. Any property owner who is aggrieved by a decision of the hearing officer may file an appeal within 14 calendar days after the hearing officer has made a decision. The deadline for appealing any decision rendered today is 3 p.m. on January 21st, 2025. Appeals are heard by the Board of Adjustment, after which they may also be appealed to the Superior Court. A property owner has 14 days after the hearing officer's decision to either file an appeal or bring the property into code compliance. If an appeal isn't filed or the property isn't brought into compliance within this required 14-day time frame, the property will be abated by the city. Joining me this afternoon from Community Development to my left are Cassidy Hernandez and Sean DeFara. Thanks for being here and setting this up, you guys. First item on our agenda this afternoon is a set of minutes from December 17th, 2024. I had a chance to review the minutes when they were sent to me after that hearing, and I believe that they accurately reflect what took place at that hearing. So I'm going to approve the minutes of December 17th, 2024. Our next item is a request for approval to abate public nuisance items at the Manleaf property located at 2300 East Loma Vista Drive. The applicant is the City of Tempe Code Compliance, represented this afternoon by Code Inspector Melissa Heineman. Come on up. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nope, you're fine. Hello, Madam Hearing Officer. My name is Missy Heineman, and I'm a code inspector with the City of Tempe Community Enhancement Division. I'm here this evening to request a 180-day open abatement for the property located at 2300 East Loma Vista Drive, Tempe, Arizona, 85282. This case was initiated by a public complaint on March 28, 2024 for deteriorated landscape. On April 8, 2024, I inspected the property and confirmed there was deteriorated landscape that included grass and weeds growing in the landscape throughout the property and uncultivated weeds in the alley. A notice to comply was sent to the property owner, Michael Manleaf, to remedy the violations. On April 24th, 2024, I inspected the property and confirmed the property remained in violation for deteriorated landscape and uncultivated weeds. A final notice to comply was sent to the property owner, Michael Manleaf, to remedy the violations. On June 24th, 2024, I inspected the property and confirmed the property remained in violation for deteriorated landscape and uncultivated weeds. Exterior junk, trash, and debris in the backyard and patio and dead portions of trees and bushes have been added to the violation. A revised final notice to comply was sent to the property owner, Michael Manleaf, to remedy the violations. On July 26, 2024, I inspected the property and confirmed the property remained in violation for the deteriorated landscape, uncultivated weeds, exterior junk, trash, and debris, as well as dead portions of trees and bushes. Citation number 1790103 was issued to the property owner, Michael Manleaf. On August 27, 2024, the owner failed to appear for court. On November 8, 2024, the notice of intent to abate was mailed and posted to the property. I have inspected the property several times. 3 notices and 1 citation have been issued to the property owner, Michael Manleaf. As of this morning, the property owner has made some progress towards the compliance. However, the property does remain in violation for deteriorated landscape in the backyard and exterior junk, trash, and debris. I would like to present the photos taken this morning to show the condition of the property.
Okay, thank you. The ones I have in my packet are dated November 7th, so
Correct.
they're a couple months old already.
Yes, so we'll be able to compare.
Thank you.
This one will show, as of this morning, the deteriorated landscape in the front yard has been addressed.
He's done a good job
Yes.
trimming the shrubs and that big
Yes, ma'am.
tree.
This photo shows over here there was quite a bit of overgrown grass and weeds, and that has been taken care of, as well as the bushes were trimmed up. As we go around the backyard, you'll see, your photo should see the palm trees definitely needed attention, and they have been addressed. This is showing the backyard patio that remains in violation of junk, trash, and debris, as we have also some deteriorated landscape. Here's another view showing the same items as far as the junk, trash, and debris, the deteriorated landscape. There's a lot of dead vegetation along the wall all the way, and you'll see these are about 5 foot tall right here. Whoops. This one is showing the far side of the property in the backyard as well, and you'll see the overgrown weeds here, as well as the deteriorated landscape.
Is the car part of the abatement? Is it
No,
operable?
no.
It's not.
The car is not part of the abatement. I recommend an abatement of the nuisance violations at the property 2300 East Loma Vista Drive due to the property owner's failure to bring the property into compliance with City of Tempe Code 21-3B1, exterior junk, trash, and debris, as well as 21-3B8, deteriorated landscape. Mr. Manleaf has been given ample time to come into compliance and maintain the property. Without the intervention of an abatement, the property will continue to deteriorate. I therefore make the request to the City of Tempe Community Development Hearing Officer for authorization to abate this public nuisance in accordance with Section 21-53 of the Tempe City Code and authorization of multiple abatements for a period not to exceed 180 days from the previous abatement order. As stated earlier, I am seeking a 180-day open abatement for the deteriorated landscape and exterior junk, trash, and debris. That is all that I have for you at this time. Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer.
Thank you for the thorough report. Well, I wish the property owner was here, because if he was here, I could commend him on the progress that he has made, because he's made, I think, substantial progress. But as you mentioned, it's not to the point where we could say that the property is in compliance with the code. So maybe he felt a sense of urgency with this hearing coming up. Maybe it was just coincidence that he decided to clean it up. But the reason why I read that preamble at the beginning of the hearing is to talk about that 2-week window. So I agree with everything you said. The property does need to be abated. I will grant your 180 days. My hope is that he can spend the next 2 weeks and figure it out and clean up the rest of the property, because it's really not that much work left to be done. But nevertheless, you need the tool that you need to keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't slip back into its previous condition. So I'm going to go ahead and grant your request for the 180 days for the property at 2300 East Loma Vista, contained in case CE 242389. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Hearing Officer.
Well, as I said, it was going to be short. That concludes our agenda. Mr. DeFara, any announcements?
Madam Hearing Officer, one announcement. Our next hearing officer meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, January 21st, here at 5 o'clock here in the council chambers and live on Tempe 11.
Great, thank you. We'll see you then, and we're adjourned.